YouTube fam, what is up? So today in this video, we're going to talk about how do you pull your money out of your house or your investment property tax-free. So you can take the cash and go invest it into something else that will actually yield you and make you a lot more money. Now, the reason why I'm doing this video is because yesterday we had a little meeting, a VIP private meeting in my Wholesale to Million Academy with all of my students. And I did not know this, but some of my students, right, actually own a lot of rental property, but they don't know exactly how to buy these property correctly, how to leverage the bank's money, the debt, and all of that. So I'm going to go into basically deep details exactly, all right, once you start to making a lot of money and now you want to buy investment property, how do you buy correctly and how you're able to leverage the bank's money, right? And what I'm going to share with you and all this money, the profit that you're going to make is tax-free. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to boom, smash the thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, welcome to the Wholesale to Million family. Be sure to boom, smash that subscribe button. My name is Khang, also known as King Khang. I came to America at the age of 9, dropped out of high school when I was 17. My wife and I met her at the age of 18. We moved into this little shed behind a mobile home park, and I lived there for 5 years, from 18 until I was 23, doing whatever it takes to get rich. Got into real estate at the age of 27, became a millionaire when I'm 32. I've been in the real estate game for over 10 years. So I'm going to share with you not just how to wholesale. So for those of you who don't know, I made my first $1 million wholesaling real estates. All right, but we're not going to talk about wholesaling real estates. Today, I'm going to show you how to extract, how to take the money out of your house or your investment property tax-free and go be able to leverage that money and go buy more real estates or invest into something that's going to make you way more money in return. So this is what that video is about, okay? So here we're going to rock and roll. So if you haven't followed me on, Instagram, Twitter, Thread, IG, TikTok, all of that, go ahead and hit me up at Real King Khang. You have any question you want to ask me personally, text me right there, 1-206-208-0676. But I promise you, this video is going to blow you away. I mean, this is the secret that the rich know, but the reason majority of people don't know, and this is why they stay broke and stay poor. So here we're going to go, baby. So any question you got, make sure you drop it in the chat. So first off, let's talk about how do you take the money out of your house. So here is how you do it. So there's actually 2 ways to actually take the money out of your property, out of your house. Number one is we call this a cash out refi. So a cash out refi, what that is let's just say that you currently got a loan. Oh my God. Okay, let me draw this again. I'm not an art guy here. So let's just say that you have a loan. Let's just say that you have a loan on this property, all right, on your current property for $100,000. And now the value of the property has gone up. So let's just say that the value of property has gone up. Now it's worth $250,000. So the bank will loan you 75 up to 80% on an investment property. So if that's a rental, the bank will loan you 75% up to 80%. So you have good relationship with the bank, then they go to 80%, but typically it's 75% loan to value. We call that the LT, the V. You guys, man, so majority of my content is about teaching you guys how to make money wholesaling. But man, talking about like rental property, like, dude, your boy King Khang knows his shit. And I'm going to show you. So they loan to you on investment property. LTV is loan to value, 75%, okay? So which means if you have let's just say you owe $100,000 on your current house right now, your property, and it's an investment property, and you want to take the cash out. So if you take $250,000, so the property's worth $250,000 right now, you take $250,000 times it by 0.75. That will give you $187,000. Okay, so which means the bank will loan you $187,000 on your property that value at $250,000 right now. So what's going to happen is that this 187 will be the new loan. So they will take they will pay off the old loan, the current loan of $100,000 will be paid off. Okay, so the new loan on it would be 187. Shit. I only got 30 minutes, so I'm going real fast. I only got 30 minutes, so I'm going real fast, so be patient. So the new loan on the property is $187,000. Your old loan of $100K will get paid off, which means you will walk away with which means you walk away with $87,000 in your pocket. Well, guess what, my friend? This $87,000 is tax-free. You know why? Because it's not considered as an earned income, but it's considered as a debt, This is why there's good debt and there's bad debt. So you're leveraging the bank. Now you have zero money. You have none of your own money in this property. Renter is paying your debt for you, right? You get cash flow every single month. Over time, the property will appreciate. And now you got $87,000 to play with. But here's something you got to take in consideration. If your property currently right now, let's just say that it's 3% interest, right? 3% interest over the 25 to 30 year. But now if you put a new loan on it, your interest rate probably going to be at 7% right now. So to me, you probably don't want to do it unless you know that you can take the $87,000 and invest it into something else. That's going to make you way more than the 7%. That's the only time that you will do it. Because what happened is majority of people, dude, I don't want you to get into a situation where you're pulling the equity out of your house or your investment property and go buy stupid shit. A new car, vacation trip, the Gucci, the Louis Vuitton, the designer clothes. That's how you get yourself in trouble. So you gotta get educated before you get eliminated. That's why your boy King Kong is here to educate you. Check this out. So this is called a cash out refi. Now let's talk about option number 2. So here's the second way to pull the money out of your house. And this is what Lon and I did when we first got into our real estate game. Because I started out as a fix and flipper, where I buy the property, I fix it up. So you need cash. So this is what we did. So option number 2 is called a line of credit. Okay? Or also known as the HELOC. H-E-L-O-C, HELOC loan. Okay? Now, the difference between a HELOC and the cash out refi is this. So same thing, okay? They will loan you 75% if it's investment, 90% if it's your own primary resident. So let's just say that the value of your property, let's just say you own the property free and clear, and the property is worth $100,000. If it's your own primary resident, the bank will loan you $90K. So which means you're able to pull out $90,000, and that money is tax-free. And you're not paying anything to Uncle Sam. So you're going to have a loan on it, okay, for $90K. Now, if it's an investment property, then it's going to be $75,000. $75K. Makes sense? So which means if we use the exact same number, so we use the exact same number as the last one, so 100,000. The only reason someone can do this fast is because they've been in the game for too long. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't stop, dude. Know what I'm doing. Your boy King Kong knows. Okay? So, if we use the same number as last time, if it's $187,000, so instead of doing a cash out refi, you're going to go to the bank and you're going to say, hey, I want to do a HELOC. I want to get a line of credit on my existing house or my investment property. Now, here's the difference between a line of credit and a cash out refi. So, which means this loans, right? So the $100,000 loan that you currently got, that stay in place. So that's what they call the first lien, right? Your first lien, let's just say your first lien is at 3%. So you don't hey, I don't want to mess with that. So that stay at 3%. right? So now they're going to give you the 87,000. They're going to give you the $87,000. This is the second lien on your home because this is going to be your line of credit. So a line of credit is like a credit card. Makes sense? It's like a credit card. So they're going to give you, so technically you owe, you owe 187. But that 100,000 stay at 3%, and this $87,000, that line of credit, will probably be at 7%, whatever the interest rate is in today's market. But what's cool about a line of credit is that this $87,000, they will not start charging you interest until you start using it. And they will only charge you what you use out of it. So let's just say that the $87,000, and you only use 10,000 of the 87, they will only start charging you interest on the 10,000 that you use. This, my friend, the HELOC, the line of credit, is extremely powerful for any situation where you need to get the money out and then boom, invest it. Make sense? That's two ways to pull money out of your property, investment property, or your primary resident. Any cash that you take out of it, tax-free. You don't have to pay anything to Uncle Sammy. Whew, okay, so let's just see. Oh, so everybody understood that? Okay. So let me share with you this. So yesterday when we had our little Zoom meeting, one of my students, one of my Wholesale to Million Academy students asked me, so Khang, let's just say that I got a loan on a property. How soon can I go and do a cash out refi? Let me explain this for those of you who don't understand. Okay, it's very, very important. So I'm probably gonna go slower on this one. So the question is, so they bought a property, okay, and they actually used the bank money. So they went and got a loan with the bank to buy this property. So let's just say they have a loan on it for 100,000, and then they go in, they fix it up, and they like, Khang, well, how soon can I do a cash out refi on the property? And okay. So, or you know what? Let me. I was trying to remember all the number that they gave me, but it's probably gonna be, I don't know. Okay, so if you use the bank's money to buy an investment property, fix it up so you can do a cash out refi, you have to hold that property for 6 months. So there's a 6-month holding. There's a 6-month holding season. So you got to hold that property for 6 months if you're using the bank's money to acquire the property. Make sense? Now, if you see, this is something that they didn't understand. They're like, well, Khang, like, dude, it's like, watch this. So now let's just say that you did not use the bank's money, but you got hard money or private money or your own money to acquire the property. So you either use hard money, private money, or your own money to acquire this property in the first place, fix it and rehab it. You can literally, once you're done with it, it could be 30 days later. You can go to the banky and you can do a cash out refi. Make sense? So if it's hard money or private money or your own money to acquire the property in the first place, you don't need to wait for 6 months. Once the rehab is done, 30 days later, you can go to the bank and say, hey, I want to do a cash out refi on this property. And the beauty, once again, the beauty about doing a cash out refi on your property is that any money that you pull out from it. So let's just say that you owe, let's just say that you're all in on this property for 100,000. And then when you went and got a loan on the property, right? The property is now worth 250. Once again, the bank is going to loan you 75% on the LTV, loan to value, which is the appraisal value of the property. So now you're going to pull out, $87K, and that $87,000, once again, is tax free because it's not considered capital gain, but it's considered a loan, and you do not pay money on loan. And this is the reason this is why the rich get richer, because they understand this tax loophole. 100% legal. Man, I'm going to take this to another level. Okay? I'm giving it all to you in this one video. So now, let's just say when you go and sell your investment property, How do you escape from not paying anything to Uncle Sam? Whew, man. So let's just say, I'm going to give it all to you in this video. So every single one of you that's on the live, or if you watch this later, if you enjoy this content, and if it does truly add value to you, all I'm asking from you is, boom, smash that thumbs up. Just give this video a share and just help your boy King Kong grow. I'm trying to get to, obviously, 1 million subscribers. Also, too, is I want to let you guys know that I am about to launch my own book. I know. Check this out. I'm not the person who wrote the book, because you guys, I'm going to be honest. You know, your boy is a high school dropout. I can't read and I can't write shit. But you know what? You can hire people to do it for you. So I've been working extremely hard with my guy, Austin, that helps me actually put this book together. It's a step-by-step guide to wholesaling, right? To wholesaling. So closing your first deal. So this is for those of you who's starting out, new beginner. And this is what I did to make my first $1 million in real estate. It's wholesale real estate. So that book, along with that book, I'm going to give you a lot of free stuff, like a free calculator. All right, a free rehab calculator where it automatically do the math for you. The ARV calculator, which is just going to run comps for you. And I'm also going to hook you up with with a recording that I've never shared before. The recording is my VA talking to the seller, and how that phone calls from beginning to end, where they qualify the seller, they send it to my purchase manager, get on the phone, lock the property under contract, and then we're about to make $30,000 on this one deal. That recording is going to be given to you for free. Okay, so I think this is something that's so absolutely amazing, because my teacher used to tell me, Khang, you need to finish high school. If you don't, you're not going to make it in life. You're going to be working at a factory, which I did start working at a factory when I was 18. But I think this would be so cool that I, as a high school dropout, have a book on Amazon. And obviously, I cannot do this without your guys' help. That's why I'm saying this. So hopefully, you guys will follow me on Instagram, because I'm going to share it. It'll be so cool. I think it'll be such a great comeback when I come to my teacher and say, hey, check this out, dude. Hey, Amazon rank way up there, right? Hopefully. But I think it'll be cool. So if you make sure to hit me up and follow me on Instagram, Thread, TikTok, because I'm going to announce it on there. Okay, let's continue. Whew, man. Okay, so let's just say when you sell a piece of property, this piece of property, let's just say once again it's $100,000, and when you sell it, you sold it for $200,000. Okay, which means you made a profit of $100,000. You guys, you follow me? So you made a profit of $100,000. So which means out of this $100,000, you have to pay Uncle Sammy. Okay, you have to pay Uncle Sammy 25%, which is 25G out of your 100,000. So 100,000, you really walk away with 75K. Not bad, right? But what if you're able to keep the whole $100,000 and pay nothing? I don't know about you, man, but as long as I don't have to pay money to Uncle Sam, dude, that's the route that I'm going to take when it's legal. So this is the tax loophole. So this, my friend, is called, and some of you might know, some of you might not. This is called a 1031 exchange. 1031 exchange. Okay? So here is how it works. So when you sold that property and you make the $100,000, okay, you sold it for 200K, okay, for 200K, you made the $100,000. So what you're going to do is you're going to tell the title company, I'm going to do a 1031 exchange on this property, okay? And what that is now you, my friend, have to take the profit and roll it into another piece of property that is equal or greater in value, equal or greater than $200,000. That means you don't have to pay anything to Uncle Sam. You just roll this. So let's just say that you sold a single family home. You roll this into a duplex, okay? Because now you have net duplex. Now you have the down payment. You take the 100K, put a down payment for this duplex. Make sense? So you just roll this money over, 1031 exchange. And guess what, my friend? Now you have more cash flow and your net worth just increase. And you also save 25K without paying to Uncle Sammy. Boom. Whew. I think that's all I got for you. Oh man, that's all I got for you. So let me, any questions? Let's take some question right now. What question you guys got? I got about another 5 minutes and let's rock and roll. I need my first wholesale deal using other people money. So Ray, you don't, to start out wholesaling, you don't have to use other people's money, Ray, because we're not going to buy the property. We're not going to fix it up. Wholesaling is simply negotiate. You're just the middle woman. All right. You're just the middle woman. You negotiate, you put the property in a contract, and then you're just flipping the contract. You're just selling the contract to someone else for a profit. And Ray, I think this is going to help you. If you're new, Ray, go to WTMclass.com. It's a 15-minute video. It's a free training that I created for someone that's just like you, that are starting out, that are fresh into the game. I think this will give you a clear guidance of where you need to go. Jay said, when is the book coming out? I would say that right now we're trying to get everything in place because I want to make it so it's like, so we have a good launch. So I think give me another week, Jay, another week or so, and we should be ready. Hopefully sooner. Jesus 35 said, thank you. Thank you for your time, Khang. Honestly, you guys, I couldn't be here, do what I do today, which I truly love. Like, this is my passion. It's being able to share with you guys, my journey, my experience, and everything that I have learned, and being able to give back and help you, right, get to the next level. How Novation deal going? Frank, great question. So for those of you who don't know, Novation is the newest way to actually wholesale. And this is what we've been teaching all of our students inside of my academy. Check this out. I don't care if you're new or you're experienced investor. 97% of investors out there do not know what Novation is. Oh man, we're getting into like a whole nother realm. So so Novation allows you to close an extra 1 to 2 deals a month without any extra work. Tell me you want to know more about that. Comment in the chat and let me know you want to know more about that. And I've been putting out a lot of content like this, like on Instagram. Like, you can check out my, I think my last 2 videos that I talk about Novation is extremely powerful. And right now is probably the best time for you to start learning and implementing, because not a whole lot of investors know about it. Majority of them don't even know what Novation is. So imagine if you're talking to seller and seller doesn't accept your wholesale price, but they want, let's just say that their property is worth $100,000. And you, to wholesale, you need to get it under contract for, let's just say, $50,000. But the seller wants $70K. So there's not enough room in there to make it work. So what if you're able to novate this property? What that means is that you can list this property on the open market, on the MLS, just like a realtor would do, but you don't need a license to actually do it, my friend. Okay? You don't need a license to actually do this, and it's called Novation. We're about to close on a deal. We're going to make $30,000 on this deal where we wouldn't even make anything on it. And we put it on the market. So Novation, that's what it is. And Novation comes down to is having the right contract and being able to explain to the seller how you're actually going to do this. Okay, so yes, more. Ray said more about Novation. So Novation works great for property that doesn't need a whole lot of work. And we already know. There's going to be a lot of sellers that we talk to that like, hey, my house is in pretty decent condition. So typically these properties are outdated. Like, it's livable, bank can loan on it, but it's outdated. Those are the best property to novate. Okay? So let's just say that the property is worth $100,000. Seller wants $70,000. You offer 50 not going to work. You're going to put that on a contract for $70,000 and you're going to list it on the market for $90K. Because what happened is now you're attracting retail buyer. Only the savvy investors wants that 30% discount. That's why we have to get it under contract for so low. But what if you're able to put it on the MLS to attract to attract retail buyer. When I say retail buyer, it's like a mom and dad, the husband and wife, looking for their first rehab, where they plan to live in the property for 2 years, and then they're gonna do the work throughout those years. And then what they want is sweat equity. So they don't need, so for them, if the property's worth 100,000 and if they can buy for 90K, they're like, damn, I already got a $10,000 discount. So to them, this is a deal. Make sense? So novate, when you novate with the property, and then once you, so basically they would have to sign an agreement that the seller allows you to put the property on their behalf on the market to market the property. Okay, so the contract is extremely important, but also the two is how do you position yourself and how do you explain that to the seller? Because when you do a novation, you have to be extremely careful with what you say and transparent with the seller. So I'm not going to go, like, I don't have time, 4 minutes left. I'm not going to have time to go into super details, but at least let me tell you guys how to position yourself when you talk to the seller. So you're going to tell Mr. Seller, obviously I understand that at 50,000, it's not going to work for you. So, but what I can tell you is that you're actually qualified for one of our house buyer program. Say, that's what you're going to say. You're qualified for our house buyer program. And they're going to ask you, what the heck is that? Hold on, I'm going to remove this comment really quick. Okay? I don't want to lie. So they're going to ask you, what the heck is that? So you're going to tell them that allows you, all right, which means that allows you, okay, that they're going to agree to allow you to actually put the property on the open market. You don't want to say, you don't want to use the word MLS because now they'll be like, oh yeah, well, I'm just going to go get a realtor. You're just going to say, that allows us to put the property on the open market, okay? And we're going to pay for all the marketing costs. There's no realtor commission you have to pay. We will take care of all of that for you, because the reason why we are doing this for you is because our offer doesn't work. And this is our way to offer value to you by offering you where we're able to put it on the open market for you. You don't have to pay realtor commission. You don't have to pay all the marketing costs. All right. You don't have to do any repairs on the property. Boom. We'll take care of all the closing costs, all the fees. There's nothing that you have to pay. You tell us that you want $90,000 or you want $70,000. That is what we're going to get for you when we do this. And you don't have to pay anything. That is what you're going to walk away with. So that's how you tell them. And you're going to tell them that this allow us to put it on the market, find the investors, okay? And we're going to be able to find one that's going to pay you the amount of money that you want. Now, when you put it on the market for 90K, the sellers might see their house on the market for 90,000. The seller's going to ask you, okay, the seller, Ray, you said exclusive listing. Listen, we're not an agent. So it's not an exclusive listing. It's a novation. So very careful, Ray. We're not an agent. I don't have my realtor license. And you don't need a license to do this. So when you put your property on the market, dude, this is where you got to come in. So you put a property on the market for 90,000. Seller said, hey, I thought that you guys are buying for 70. Why is it up for 90,000? So there's a $20,000 difference here. Well, you're going to tell them, Mr. Seller or Bob or Susan. Well, Bob, listen, we got to take our marketing costs in consideration. We're going to pay all the realtor commissions, all the closing costs, and all the fees. So we want to make sure that we can walk away, making sure that we can actually pay for all of these. And also, too, is that the house is outdated. It's going to need some work. So our goal is we want to find ourselves the retail buyer that's going to come in, and we're going to do the work for them. So which means they're going to come in, they're going to pay the $70,000. That $20,000 for us to pay the closing costs, the realtor commissions, and we're going to renovate the property. That's how you position it. Boom. Make sense? So when the seller questions you about the 20K difference, dude, the kitchen costs already $10,000. Make sense? So you're going to tell them that's because we need that money for us to do the renovation on the property. And we have agreed with the buyer, the retail buyer, we have agreed with them that once they buy the property, we're going to pay all the closing costs, all the fees, and then we're going to actually fix the property up the way that they want it. They want a granite countertop, stainless steel appliances. That's what we're going to do for them. Right? So we're going to use that money to customize their renovation for them. Boom. That, my friend, is how you explain it. So even if the spread was $50,000 or $60,000, even if the spread was $60,000, so what? They know their house is outdated. So tell them, hey, we got a husband and wife here. They're first-time buyer. They want all of this thing to do to their property, and we're going to use that fund to do all of that for them. That's how you position yourself. And then all you need to do is they're going to come in contract with that new buyers. And that, my friend, is how you do a novation. Well, I mean, like in a nutshell, but there's just so much more, like the way how you pitch, how you explain the contract, extremely important. And so the novation is what it is. What we're doing right now is teaching all of our students, all right, so they can be ahead of the game. And if you're able, even if you're an experienced investor, how many no's have you gotten? How many sellers have you got, who have you talked to that doesn't accept your wholesale price, but they want pretty close to retail price, but you don't know what to do with it? Well, my friend, implement Novation. You can close an extra one deal a month easy. Easy. That's all I got for you guys today. Whew. Hey, Khang, about going to about seller living out of state's vacant house. How do you get keys for lockbox wholesale? Oh, this is a good question. I'm going to answer this question right here, and we're going to wrap it up. For those who don't know, I've been virtually wholesaling for the past like 5.5 years. We don't meet the seller. We don't see the property. All of my employer are VA, which is virtual assistant. They're from the Philippines. They handle everything. I only spend about an hour or so on my wholesaling business per day. So I'm going to answer this question really quick here. So if the seller's out of states, the house is vacant, how do you get keys for lockbox? How do you get keys for lockbox? Okay, so here's two things that you can do. Oh, one is you need foot on the ground. This could be a realtor. This could be another wholesaler. This could be a friend or family, somebody that you know. You can tell them to go out there. You pay them $50, $100. Most people don't make $50 an hour. So you tell them to go out there and put a lockbox on it. So the seller can send you the keys. One, the seller can actually mail you the key. Or two, you can actually call a locksmith. It doesn't cost that much, only $100 something. A locksmith can go out there, boom, put a new lock on it, new keys on it, or just, or they can make keys to fit that lock. And you tell the seller, we'll get a locksmith out there, we'll pay for it, we'll put a lockbox on it, and we'll send you a copy of the keys. Boom. That's option number one. That's how you do it. Make sense? Or you can have someone there go put a lockbox on it. So network with realtors, other wholesaler or investor in the area. But typically how we do it is we tell the seller they either have the key, they can mail it to us or mail it to whoever it is that's in the area that you have built relationship with, and have them put the lockbox and you just pay them. Or we get a locksmith to go out there to put a new key on it, and we send a seller a copy of the keys. Boom. Got it? All right, you guys. I appreciate all the love, all the support, every single one of you that's on the live. If you enjoyed this video, if it does truly add value to you, all I ask for is, boom, smash the thumbs up. Make sure you give this video a share. Until next time, take care, and let's go get this money.